All right, everybody, it's time for the End the Chaser Spirits and Beer Pairing Show. It is Wednesday, June the 11th, 2025. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. the Malört Samurai and Mr. the Beer and Whiskey Whisperer. Not the Malört Whisperer tonight, but maybe he would have been if he, I would have been Malört Johnny. I guess we all should have done that, right? But
I want to see if he had whispered enough to the Malört to make it palatable for him. That's what I'm interested in.
there you go. Well, we're going to find out very shortly.
We can't hear you, Tom.
Muted your mic, it said.
There it is.
There you go.
The host muted me.
I did. And that wasn't intentional either, but it was. I hit the unmuted both of you, but Dave's took and yours didn't for some reason. Anyway.
So, David, this is your challenge. So, tell us about it.
No, it's technically not Dave's challenge. It's actually Doug's challenge.
Jones's talent, but
Okay. Well, anyway, David by proxy. So,
by proxy. Yes, I'm acting as proxy for Doug Jones, one of the many Malört fans that I know.
Smith, not Doug Jones. Doug Smith.
Oh, that's a different Doug, isn't it? It's a whole different Doug.
What's in a name?
White, brown, black. I mean, yeah.
What's in a name?
Tonight, folks, is the long-awaited Malört show. Tonight is the long-awaited Malört show. We are going to drink Malört in a cocktail tonight. Go ahead, Dave. Finish up.
I've got this courtesy of the Beer Samurai.
We got mine right here. John's got his.
Right? I got mine right here.
Johnny got his today, actually.
Today.
Oh, my goodness.
Hours ago.
So, but Malört, for those who are watching who don't know what Malört is, and there may be a few of you out there, it is a concoction that is actually very prevalent in the craft beer world. You'll find it many places. You talk to most brewers, and they'll know about Malört.
Exactly. Speaking of Doug Smith, Jepson's Malört time. Yeah, I love it. He says. There you go.
Now, what this thing is, it's a digestif in the French, I guess, a digestive. And it's got wormwood in it, which gives this distinct flavor that make most people retch.
Retch, barf.
Yeah, at least grimace. But it was based off of something made in the 70s. I'm not going to say this correctly at all. It's Basque Bronvin.
Oh, it's Sweden, right? I mean, it originated in Sweden.
Yeah, Jepson's. And Jepson's Malört wouldn't be produced as Jepson's Malört until after the end of Prohibition. And when they did it, they used to put a piece of wormwood in the bottle. Mm-hmm. But in the
well, they actually started, from what I read, it actually started during Prohibition, and they skirted the Prohibition laws by saying it was a tonic to help with stomach issues.
Well, that's the Bronvinin, not
Bronvinin. Yeah, Jepson's Malört.
They started to market it after Prohibition to Jepson's Malört. That's a very important distinction there. But they actually put a piece of wormwood in there. The distillery that made it closed. It moved to Florida. It got to the point where they couldn't afford to put that piece of wood in there anymore, so they took that out. Then that closed, and then the person who was the secretary, actually, of one of the early distillers, this is Ms. Brome. I can't remember her first name right now.
Eva?
No, not Brown.
I wasn't sure.
No. Brome. B-R-O-M-E.
Brome, like the car. Brome, like the
Brome. But then she started up, and I believe it was like the merchandising or marketing person started back up, and just the way they did it, the way they started to market it, it took off despite most people not liking it. So it's a thing now. It's kind of like it's like a cult classic. Like, if anybody ever tell you that the Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a great movie, they're out of their minds. This is a wonderful movie. I love it because
I prefer Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
That's what I was going to say. It's no Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Yeah,
these are cult classics. They're awful movies, but they're wonderful. We all enjoy them. And I look
at Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
And I look at it the same way. So Doug's been bothering us to do a Malört show
for a bit.
Oh, good.
So we decided to do one. Now, I know Tom's already tasted his Malört, and I remember his face.
I did it live. Yeah, it tastes like fermented foot sweat.
How do you know what that tastes like, Tom?
I'm not sure it's that.
That's what I imagined fermented foot sweat would taste like. Musty.
So what we're going to do is
don't forget the regret. Don't forget the regret.
and regret. And regret. Sweat
Sadness and regret.
Sweat and regret.
I think that's what I'm going to name his cocktail, Sweat and Regret.
There you go.
But at any rate, so the challenge tonight was to do a Malört cocktail. There's a few that are already out there on the boards and all that, but you know, not most of us are out there looking at these. So if one of us inadvertently invents the cocktail that's already been invented, so be it. But the traditional,
I'm pretty sure this is an original.
Excellent. But the traditional way of drinking it was with I can't remember the beer in Chicago now. John, you got a better memory for that than I do.
It's got to be old style.
Old style, yeah. So you take a shot of Malört and toss back an old style. And that was called the Chicago Handshake.
And you had the shits the next day.
No, it's a digestive.
It's a digestive, so you didn't have them the next day.
You would actually have a pretty good healthy shit, and if you had been clogged up, it would help with that. It'd help with calm down.
It gets you right.
So somehow I doubt it, but okay.
That's what it was supposed to do. So, as we always do, we'll let Tom kick it off with his.
All right.
We know he's probably already half done.
So here's what I did. I'm better cramming for a test than studying. So I waited till last night when I got home from work. I had a couple ideas I wanted to put in place. So I tried a couple cocktails that I liked, but I decided to go slightly different with the actual cocktail today. So here's what I've got. I'm using equal parts of Malört. I'll put that in my shaker. Tiakida candied orange liqueur to sweeten it up just slightly. And here's the part that might make you start scratching your head is the third component is mezcal to add a little smokiness to the mix.
So the two liqueurs that Tom swears to hate, he's putting into one cocktail. I love it.
I am. I call it burnt offering.
Burnt offering.
I would explain.
And then I'm adding just a little bit, just a couple dashes of citrus orange bitters. And I'm going to shake her up or get her cold here. Let me strain it off. I've been getting out of my comfort zone. This idea was part of it. I did a cocktail class a while back and tried a few other things that are way out of my comfort zone. So I'm starting to get a little creative using things that I might not necessarily like very much. But when you put it with other things, it's pretty good. So I'm also adding one more product here. This is foamer.
Gotcha. I'm also adding one more product here. It's 17 pounds of cane sugar.
All right, let me shake that up and let's see if this works the way I thought it was gonna.
All right. And we'll find out.
All right. Here we go. My Boston shaker.
There we go. Get some good foam in there. Get some good shaking action.
Little shaking action. Shake and bacon action.
I'm trying to figure out, is he looking at the clock and timing this?
I know, but I can't even hear. It's like silent shaking.
I have an eternal clock.
It's like there's a silencer in that shake.
That's because it's a dry shake. I've already got it cold.
Still, you should hear it sloshing around or something. There's nothing.
Yeah, you should, but yeah. All right, here we go.
Unless it's really, really foamy.
Right, so he opens it up and
I'm hoping I got some foam going on. All right, here we go.
I've had that happen with egg whites where I've tried to take the top off, and it just spewed everywhere.
Oh, I didn't get foam. That's for damn sure.
That's what got foam. This is why you couldn't hear it.
Oh, look at that.
It was a padded shake.
It was.
Look at that. Look at that.
Look at that. That's actually pretty.
That's
got some nice foam on there.
Nice choice.
Well, let's see. Yeah, you like my glass, David? This one's for you.
Very nice.
So what would this be, David? Is this a Nicanor, or what would you call this one?
It's close.
It's
like a
Nick and
flare.
Nora-ish.
It's
I mean,
adjacent.
it's not quite martini.
Nick and
There,
Nora.
now that it's cleared up, you can really see that foam on there nicely.
Yeah,
it's like if it's as if a Nick and Nora and a pony glass had a baby.
Yeah, I would call it a flared Nick and Nora.
Flared Nick and Nora.
That's not no official type.
You know what? It ain't bad. I tried a couple things last night with I did one with gin, I did one with mezcal, and I like the way the mezcal played with the Malört. That additional smokiness I really like. But I decided to add the candied orange today to add the citrus and just a touch of sweetness.
There you go. Yeah.
And it ain't bad because you feel that smokiness of the mezcal, but even though it doesn't take over the herbaceousness of the Malört, it's still there. So, but they all seem to work well together. I mean, I don't know how often I'd order it if it was out there somewhere, but it is something I drink
once every decade.
Yeah. All right,
Dave.
Well, thanks, Dave. I appreciate this.
Thank Doug.
Aneurysm.
Yeah. Yes, thank Doug. Thank Doug. And yeah, Doug just Doug. Well, first of all, Doug said, "Brilliant, Tom. The orange liqueur really works with the citrus like Malört character. I guarantee.
Yeah, it really did.
I guarantee you finish that bottle of Malört faster than you think."
Yeah, he's right because it does work with some other ingredients I have here on my bar cart.
And then he renamed you the Malört Whisperer. Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Yeah. All right, Malört Samurai, you're up. What do you got?
Well, when I show you what I'm starting with, it should give it away where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting with the Krabby's original.
You're starting with the crabs?
Starting with Krabby's. And I'm going to and I've already got it in my ice. And I'm going to eyeball some of the Malört right into it. Just like that. Then I'm going to squeeze just a little bit of lemon juice into it.
Yeah.
Because what it is a take on a dark and stormy, but I'm replacing the rum with Malört. And a dark and stormy usually has lime in it, but that's for rum. This is Malört, so I'm going with the lemon. And I've even got myself a lemon wedge here. So we can go ahead and here we go. I'm calling this a dark and windy. Rather than dark and stormy.
Dark and windy. There you go. I like that.
Because of Malört's Chicago roots.
Dark and windy.
And you know what? The ginger beer and the Malört and the lemon really brings out an interesting character in the Malört. And I actually really kind of like this. So I'm glad I've got a few more of these Krabbies out there.
There you go.
Ed Myers wants to know if we're going to say any bad words tonight.
I can guarantee it.
Ed Myers wants to know: are you going to say any bad words tonight? It depends.
I put money on it.
Depends on what you consider bad words. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, are we going to say fuck? No, we probably won't say fuck.
I'm not going to say fuck at all tonight.
No.
I will not say fuck.
And we probably let's not say asshole either.
I might say no. I won't say asshole.
Don't stay away from that one.
I will not say fuck or asshole at all tonight.
Shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, or tits.
There you go. Mr. Carlin, thank you.
George Carlin. Words you can't say on TV.
Rod J, cheers.
Hey, Rod.
Cheers, Rod. Cheers, Rod.
Happy Malört show.
Happy Malört show. There you go. All right, I'm up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I did is this. Ready?
Actually, might make another one of these before the show's over.
All right. So I'm starting with Malört. All right. We're going to do equal.
Good place to start.
We're going to do equal parts of Malört. Equal parts of Malört. A little more in there. All right. I did this before, so I know where in the glass to pour to, and that's convenient because I can't find my jigger.
So you already know your dwell line.
But I know my dwell line exactly. So, all right. So equal parts of Malört and Fernet.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
You're going extra bitter.
Yeah, when Okay, go big or go home. That's what I say. Yeah. All right. And now we put some ice in.
Throw Doug's comment up while you're doing that, if you can.
There we go. Hold on.
He obviously can't.
There we go. Whose comment you want me to put up?
Well, we got two. Well, actually, about three.
All right, well, yeah. Ed Myers said, too funny. Doug Smith said, replace every curse word with Malort. We should do that.
He's got something here. Everybody who's listening, anytime that we curse, you do a shot of Malort.
You do a shot of Malort.
There we go.
Do a fucking shot of Malort now.
There you go. And,
Damn straight.
And Rajay said, can't get away from Malort. Everywhere I am, there it is. There you go. So,
well, maybe if you didn't carry your own bottle with you, Rob.
There you go. Right. And I just made this yesterday, homemade lemonade.
Lemonade. Okay, so we got Fernet, Malort, and lemonade.
Yeah, Fernet, Malort, and lemonade.
So we all added a citrus component.
Well, which you kind of have to do for Malort, I believe.
Okay.
That is please stop doing that. Please.
I did it for a reason. This is the way I want to shake it, and I don't want to.
Because you don't want it all over your desk.
I don't want it all over my desk, so I'm.
Because if any drop of it hits your keyboard, you have even more computer issues.
Yeah.
Oh my!
All right.
Give it the whack.
Give it the whack.
Whack it off, John. Come on.
Come on. There we go. It's coming. There it goes. And then we pour it in. All right. I call this.
What do you call it?
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to show you first. There we go. That's pretty.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
I
call
no
this.
Color, but wait a second. Did you put any Malort in there? There's no color.
Oh, yeah. No. I
we
put
didn't see. We didn't see.
You know, this was a full bottle. There you go.
Tom, I think he's poured it into another glass. He's just going to drop it.
Yeah, I want to hear from.
I promise you, there's 2 ounces of Malort in this, and actually, I did about 1 3/4 ounces of Fernet.
I want to hear from the East German judge. I don't know.
Hold on, I did. Whatchamacallit? So I call this Svezia Limonada.
Okay.
Svezia Limonada. So Swedish lemonade.
Yep.
But Swedish lemonade in Italian.
Yeah, because of the Fernet.
Because of the Fernet. So
even though Fernet's Czech.
There you go. What?
Fernet's Czech, I believe.
No.
No, I thought Fernet was Czech.
Oh, that's actually really good.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
We know this is the first time that you've drank it because you just opened the bottle.
This is very true. There you go. Wow, I like that a lot.
Oh, there it is.
And let's put that up. Doug Smith said, "Malort, you mother Malorters." There you go. I love it. And Rajay said, "Lemonade. That's a cool, refreshing drink." Lemonade.
No. You got to sing it. Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink.
Lemonade. That cool, refreshing drink. And then
I'm going to spare everybody my singing voice.
And then whatchamacallit? Doug Smith said the same thing. Yeah, Malort, you mother Malorters. Not the first time he said first time he said mothers Malorters.
Yeah.
All right. So there you go. All right. So there's our drinks. Again, I'm calling it. So yours was Dave's. Yours was a dark and windy.
Dark and windy.
Dark. And...
I want to know what the graphic is behind Tom's head there.
Oh, just various pictures I got running behind me. These are pictures I took on my vacation last year.
I think it's stuck on the one because I think that's the one we've been looking at since the beginning of the show, right?
No, there was another one in there.
There was another one.
There was a bottle.
They're timed.
So slow crawl. Got it.
Got my own backdrop going on.
So you know what Doug's saying? Replace every curse word with Malort. That reminded me of
Johnny
what they did on the Smurfs.
Oh yeah.
Everything was Smurf. Yeah. Boy, I'd like to Smurf her.
So
looking extra Smurfy today.
So there's Brainy Malort, Papa Malort, Malort. Gotcha. I see.
There you go. Malort at Papa Malort.
Papa Malört.
I mean, like that, but that's pretty funny. All right, there you go. Okay, beers.
All right.
What are we drinking with these?
What you got?
Give me just a second. I'll be right back with my beer.
No, righty.
Already. Well, he's getting his.
Why
beer.
don't we do our beer? We don't have to wait.
Yeah, I'll show my beer while he's getting his beer. So what I decided to do is, because this is good and bitter and citrus, I decided to do something that's quite possibly contradictory to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went with something yeasty as fuck. And I went with St. Bernardus.
Never mind.
Yeasty as Malört.
Yeasty as Malört.
Yeasty as Malört, which is not yeasty at all. So this one doesn't work. So Doug, I can't play with you on this one. But I forget what the esters are that they're triple throws.
This smells so good.
Let me see. Yep, those are actually, these two work pretty well together. Because I forgot St. Bernardus triple is got some really bright notes to it, and they complement the lemony notes in my drink pretty damn well, as a matter of fact.
Nice.
And I know the Bernardus triple, the phenols in it have a little bit of a bite, but compared to what I'm drinking, there's no phenol bite whatsoever. So I'm really kind of enjoying this pairing.
Very nice. Very nice.
That works for me. That works.
I'm getting my cursory pictures. Loving it.
You're not cursory?
Obligatory. Obligatory.
No, I was going to say, you're supposed to replace curse with Malört, so it's your Malörtery.
Malört. I'm getting my Malörtery pictures.
Yep. Get those done. These are Doug's rules, not mine. You know, he is the progenitor of this show.
He is. That he is.
So what beer did you come up with, Tom?
Well, I wanted to go big just in case, everything went awry. So I went with
a big rye stout.
So, anyways, I went with Divine Haze from Banter Brewing. It's a 9% double IPA.
And what's its flavor notes? Give us the
again, big citrus, a lot of big orange right off the top, some stone fruit in the middle. I thought the flavors would blend well with this particular cocktail, since I was going with the candied orange.
And how's it working?
It's getting the nasty out of my mouth.
That's what she said.
Getting the nasty out of my mouth. Yeah, that is what she said.
Well, hold on. Let's do them side by side. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. It may have changed your cocktail now.
I did, actually. That brought all the sugars to the surface right there.
Yeah, I hope that's
very sweet.
Makes a lot of sense.
Balance the IPA as well. How about that? It does work. Good, by golly.
By gum.
You never know till you try.
By gum, by golly.
Well, thanks, Douglas, for making me try this god awful stuff.
There you go.
I'm going to find some uses for it.
Absolutely.
This is my second bottle. Look at where I am on it.
There you go.
And not for nothing, I do have a bottle of the barrel aged over there.
Oh gosh.
There you go.
Smooths it out a little bit.
There you go.
But just a little. So
for my beer, I thought, okay, I'm having a big, basically glass of, Malört lemonade, right? So I figured a not a double, but a higher New England IPA would do the trick. So I went with Conclave's Gravitational Waves.
They're classic.
It's 6.8% New England with Galaxy, Citra, and Mosaic. And I know of another beer. It's 8.5% that has Galaxy, Citra, Mosaic. But then again, to be quite honest with you, there's probably, I would venture to say, if I had to take a guess, 75,000 beers with Galaxy, Citra, Mosaic. And, all right. And of course I poured it in, as far as Conclave goes, in proper glassware. As far as this show goes, proper glassware. I poured it in. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Of course.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't know what I was grabbing here. I'm going for the beer.
There you go. Ooh, very tasty. Very tasty.
Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Douglas, you're a troublemaker.
Yeah, Doug's got a suggestion for the end of the show. And we'll see who's brave enough to take him up on it. And
end the show with a good night shot of Jepson's Malört. There you go.
Well, I'm over here.
I will if you will.
I am grabbing my.
Are you going to do your barrel aged?
I'm going to do.
Look at you, all fancy.
I'll do my shot of my barrel aged.
There you go.
So at the end of the show there, and Doug, I believe he's still at work. Doug, or did you get home? I don't know.
Are you at work or are you home, Doug?
So, he said he was.
If you're at home, you need to be doing shots of your Malört.
You really need to do a
do.
shot with us. Anybody out there that's watching, listening, whatever you're doing, even if you're re-listening to this and it's days or, for that matter, weeks after we've done the show, at the end of the show, you need to do a shot of Malört.
Yeah, y'all should feel the same pain we are.
So if you don't have Malört, what you need to do is you need to pause the show before the end, get a bottle, and then come back. No, I'm kidding. We make no money from the sale of Malört.
No, we don't. No, we don't. But we do. Well, at least John and I do support them here.
Doug is still at work.
It's no excuse. Still do a shot of Malört. Why don't you? You don't carry one around a bottle of it around like Rod does.
Everywhere he goes,
You got to have a flask on you.
There he goes. He goes on a break. Actually, got to run Slancha, Doug.
Slancha.
Thanks for the idea, and more on that later.
Actually, it's probably more appropriate to say skol, right?
Skol. There you go. Skol. There you go.
So yeah, he says, "Oh, do a shot of Malört." I'm not going to be around to watch you do it, but do it anyway.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, we'll just tell him we did it.
We did it.
Right, Tom. We'll just tell Doug you did your shot, and he'll never be the wiser.
He'll never be any the wiser. Sixpence none the wiser.
But I'll know. I'll know it was dishonest. I'll have to do it anyway, like it or not.
Karma, right? You can't lie about it.
You
lie about a lot of things. You can't lie about a shot.
Don't lie about Malört. But there is a statement out there, and I love this statement. Character is doing the right thing even when no one's watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that quote.
Just like that tree that falls in the forest. It doesn't have to make a sound, but it should.
Oh, it should. I thought you were going to say the tree that, because a tree does shit in the woods, doesn't it?
True. Well, all the time. Yeah. What's all this tree shit?
Is it okay to yell bear in a crowded
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'll take that back. I apologize. Let me rephrase that. What's all this tree Malört? There's a tree Malört in the woods.
There we go.
Oh, mercy.
No, that's what it is. It's okay to yell movie in a crowded firehouse. There you go.
I did what you see there.
You see, exactly. I done switched things up a bit.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, I like this. I do like this. This is nice. This is refreshing. There's something floating in it that I don't think belongs in there. Oh, it's off the lemon, probably. That's all right.
I did when I was doing my practice runs last night. I did a cocktail I thought was interesting, where I used the Malört with some Suze. Are you guys familiar with Suze?
Yeah, you had
herbal liqueur.
You had on the show last time.
Yeah, and then I had, but then I used some of the Dolan Blanc vermouth.
Yeah.
I did a martini-esque version of it. And that was pretty good, actually.
Well, the thing is, what I'm going the next thing I'm going to make with the Malört is I'll probably do I'll swap out the Campari in a Negroni.
Oh yeah, I could see that. Yeah, it's kind of where I was going, but yeah.
I'm going to try a couple of those things. So swap out the Campari in a Negroni, swap out the Campari in a Boulevardier.
But I'm not going to do a Boulevardier. I'm not going to even do a true Negroni because since Malört's Swedish, I'm going to use aquavit.
Fair enough.
So it'll be so I got to find whatever the Swedish equivalent of Negroni.
I'll have to make some glog and then pour some Malört in it.
So I did one using this Empress cucumber lemon gin with the Malört and then the Dolan Blanc vermouth.
Gotcha. And there's this. I heard about it. I haven't had it. I hear it's fantastic. I got to get a bottle of it. It's a Japanese gin. It's a Japanese lemon gin.
Okay.
Oh,
So I'm gonna have to pick up some of that.
Speaking of that, lemon.
Lemon wee.
It was we.
Wee.
all right.
I love those commercials because I had to make another one.
Same thing.
So, oh yeah, same thing. Well, that's what I've got at the desk right now.
There you go.
Yeah, the reason I don't have the bar as the backdrop right now is because the bar is just completely overtaken with bottles of hair of the dog.
Hair of the dog we saw on the show.
Yeah, there's like 15 bottles up there, and so right now I can barely get to anything on the bar right now because of all that stuff. I got to get the stuff to Brian. Got to get you your stuff and get it out of my hair.
Get it out of your hair. There you go.
Of the dog, yes. So,
Exactly.
but anyway, skull.
School. So this
Watch
was,
it.
well, this was what do you think, Tom? All in all, do you think this is a better turnout than you thought it would be?
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. Even the couple test batches I did, I enjoyed. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been as I've become a bartender in my old age. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone and learn about other things. I mean, you know, I'm a whiskey guy, so anything other than old fashioned or Manhattan is a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I'm learning about these new or different, not new but different liqueurs. I mean, this is the first time I've used the Dolan Blanc. The Malört. I mean, I've got a Victoria Indigo Gin on my bar card. I've got stuff I would have never thought of before. So now it's got me thinking about cocktails in a completely different way. So I like this challenge.
Mezcal.
I got mezcal. Yeah, well,
When we started this, you hated agave liquors.
I do, but well, I had to have the mezcal for. I got it. I was in a bartenders competition. I don't know if I told you guys about that.
Yes, you did.
So I ended up fifth. I ended up fifth out of 9, which was, you know, I thought was good considering I'd never done anything like that before. Even though I was the oldest guy there, I'd been a professional bartender the least amount of time.
You know what? You could have ended up 9th out of 5.
Well, that's the thing is, I mean, there were 6 judges, and 5 of the 6 were under 30, so it wasn't exactly a jury of my peers, if you know what I'm saying.
Not so much. No.
But the people that did like my drink all said the same thing, that of 9 cocktails, I was the only one that was spirit forward, which is what I do. So.
Fair enough.
And if most of them are under 30, they're not going to like spirit forward.
But the best thing about being in that contest was the place that held it gives you this card afterwards that's good for a year for 40% off cocktails at the bar.
Oh, there you go.
Very nice.
That's awesome.
Very nice. Oh,
all right.
I just thought of something. So,
what did you think of?
I just thought of a few people that are going to unwittingly, have a shot of this soon. But
you're going to make Jess drink some of it?
Oh, she will not. She's not that dumb.
She's been with you a while, so
yeah, I'm saying
we've got some questionable.
That's actually probably why she wouldn't.
Well, I think you could probably say anybody that put up with any of the 3 of us for a period of time probably deserves a medal or sainthood.
There you go.
And a not bottle of Malört, yes.
And a not bottle of Malört. There you go. It's like, no, you just use reverse psychology. You know what? I'm not going to let you have any of this. I don't want to do that to you. You can't have any of this.
No, don't touch it. You'd hate it.
She's watching TV now, so I can get away with this. What I do with Carrie is like, oh no, you probably shouldn't try this. You wouldn't like it.
You're not going to like this. No. Yeah. Exactly.
Can I try that?
Yeah.
You're not going to like it.
You're not. Try that? I don't think it's a good idea. No.
It works.
That would never, ever work on my wife. Never.
Oh, you gotta love it.
She's obviously not a Leo.
No, my wife and I are both Geminis, and every book I've read said that should never work. But here we are, 31 years later.
Well, yeah, because the great thing is you can like pair off every now and then your two personalities and her two personalities. You got like 4 different relationships going.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah.
Didn't
You hope you find the compatible ones.
It keeps it interesting.
didn't you orbit the Earth?
Well, I will say that I'm quite famous on my home planet.
There you go. So I got to tell you this. I read that
he doesn't know what that home planet is.
I saw this the other day on Facebook. Somebody posted it. There's a flat earthers society, right?
Yeah.
And then somebody in it posted. There's more flat earthers like us than you would
around
think,
the globe,
all around the globe,
all around the globe. You think they thought that through?
There's actually my favorite statement I ever heard to combat the flat earthers is someone said, if the earth was flat, the edges would be filled with casinos and hotels. That would have been monetized already. The fact that it hasn't proves the earth is not flat.
That's funny.
You know what?
And they're right.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
The end of the world casino. I mean, yeah, that would be a thing.
And the rooms that overlook the edge.
Yeah.
Would be so high priced.
And glass floors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Like in hey, we're talking about Malört, like in Chicago in the Willis Tower. When you step out over and look down
or right over there at the edge. In Hudson
in
New York City.
Well, the Willis Tower is a little higher than the edge, but
a
still,
little higher. A wee bit.
A little higher. I've actually been in that. Have you done that in Chicago?
No.
I've actually walked out onto that, and I got to be honest with you, I don't have a fear of heights, but that's a little nerve-wracking stepping out onto that just glass underneath you.
Well, they also have the walk that goes out over the rim of the Grand Canyon.
That's true too. There's that.
They've got that one. They do this in Dubai. Kuala Lumpur has something like that as well. They all do this. But yeah, speaking about the flat earthers, the guy that thought about the monetizing the edge of it, he had to have been a fan of Terry Pratchett in his Discworld series.
Yeah.
Had to have been to have even come up with that thought. And there's a great joke in there where. So if you don't know the Discworld is a flat Earth that sits on the back of 3 elephants that are riding on a turtle towards a particular point in space. They have no idea what that point is or what's going to happen when they get there. But one of the most theological. See, I'm
writing that down. How about spell that?
You need another shot of Malört, sir.
I need 3 more.
There's 3 THs in that.
Yes, theosophical. One of the biggest theological questions there is, what are the genders of the elephants? No one knows.
What are the genders now? No.
So what they decided to do,
I guarantee you they're female. You know why? Because they don't know where they're going.
Oh, no, they actually do know where they're going. They actually have a direction, which tells you that they're
just wandering blindly out there.
Theosophical.
which tells
you, a new word of the show, theosophical.
Which tells you that the turtle probably is female because they know exactly where they're going, which means she stopped to ask for directions.
Oh, yeah. Well, there it is. That makes sense.
So what they did is they launched a rocket off the edge of the Discworld to then loop down underneath the elephant and then back up the other side. And the thing is, all they had to do was tilt the ramp and let gravity take over, which disproved the whole statement that there's no such thing as a free launch. Is this on?
Is the microphone on?
I see what you did there. Hey, I see what you did there. There you
go.
No,
I didn't do it. That was Terry Pratchett's joke. That's right from the book.
Well, you just did it on the show, so you did it. So.
Yeah, well,
I didn't hear Terry Pratchett's voice on the show just now.
Well, he's dead now, so it's probably not.
Hence what you just did.
That dude had some brilliant quotes, man.
Oh, he was. I have a feeling that Starodumsky must pray to him because of the punnery.
Yeah,
he is.
That would make perfect sense.
Yep, he's got a statue. He's got a shrine or something to Pratchett because of his puns. Something's going on. You making another one, John?
I made another.
There you go.
It was
So
that good.
you're gonna have to have a good long pee before
You're gonna make me make another one, aren't you?
Before the sports podcast, yeah, I'm gonna have to.
So, so what else is going on?
Well, I'm gonna. Now, this is not confirmed information. It's better than hearsay because of who I heard it from, and I won't say who I heard it from because they shall remain nameless because they asked me to remain nameless.
Okay.
But I will research this to the best of my ability, and I will report back confirming or denying what I'm about to say on next Tuesday's Lager Room podcast.
All right.
So allegedly, and I will again do the research and confirm or deny it next Tuesday on the Lager Room. Allegedly, AB and Bev bought all the distribution rights and brands from Hunterdon when they went out of business in New Jersey, right?
Correct.
And whoever other states they did or whatever what they've been doing. I can't speak for other states that they did, but in New Jersey they did. All right. One of the brands they brought in was Unibrew out of Canada.
Oh, really? Okay.
Okay. Maudit, Levin Dumont, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trois Pistoles.
Sure. They have ceased importing into New Jersey Unibrew.
Oh,
So
wow.
they bought the distribution rights and then said, nope.
So which means nobody else can.
Which means nobody in the state of New Jersey, unless it's already here, is going to get any Unibrew.
So
wow.
That's I need to get to the liquor store and stock up on my Lefin Dumont.
Go get it.
And my Maudit.
Yep. Go get it.
My friend Leon had just this amazing joke, and you'd have to be a huge sci-fi Dune nerd to get the joke. But I gave him his first glass of Maudit, and he took a sip of it, and he looks at me and goes, "My name is a drinking name." And I completely lost it. He goes, "See, this is why we're friends. You got the joke." Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to explain the joke. If you're a fan of Dune, if you read the books, you'll get the joke. And if you're a craft beer fan as well, and you're drinking right now, it's all coming out your nose. Because of the erudite nerd-ass level of that fucking joke. I'm sorry, that malording joke.
Exactly.
That was
that malording joke.
So, but if you want to know what the joke means, read the book or watch the movie.
Exactly. Did you ever, not to change the subject, and that's hysterical, but did you ever hear the shtick, if you will, about the word Malört?
There's a shtick about Malört?
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, where Malört can be used in almost every portion of a sentence.
Every portion of a sentence, right? And
all you malording mother malords.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's like Malört, the malording malorders.
Yes, there we go.
Okay.
We're going to malort you now, Sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
So who's got the next challenge?
Mine was the last.
Which means Tom's up.
Tom's up.
Well, this is Dave's.
This one was mine.
No. This one was Doug's. This was separate.
Oh, so you're gonna make it. So you're gonna okay.
We go counterclockwise in this frame.
No,
right?
no. I know that, but I thought I was taking.
Oh, I thought it was Dave's turn. Okay.
No. Tom, you're next, and then
Dave. I thought it was David's.
Mine was 2 weeks ago. The reimagined Negroni. So mine was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
This separate one.
I thought it was Johnny, Dave, me.
Is that what it was? Who did the 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, he's right. Which means you're up, Tom.
Okay.
This one's mine.
I thought it was your turn. Okay. I didn't want to steal your turn, David.
Well, unless we're going to not count this as my turn because Doug came up with it.
No, it shouldn't count as your turn.
No, this is not counting as your turn. No. Tom's right. It's actually it's me, Dave, Tom, me. It's clockwise.
Yeah, it's been clockwise.
Yeah. So
I just thought you had your image reversed, John. I wasn't sure.
John's had a rough day. We're gonna cut him some slack.
It's been a rough one, but okay, yeah. So Dave is next, and then 2 weeks from tonight is Dave. 2 weeks after that's Tom. Yada yada yada. So, what are we doing next, Samurai Sir?
Well, let's see if I can pull any inspiration from.
Be as theatrical as you want.
Be as theatrical. Interesting. Well, our next show will actually occur on Bourdain Day.
I am doing I would like to request, and this is up to you because it's your show, but I would like to request a mortadella cocktail.
It was funny because when I looked up some more Bourdain, his favorite sandwich went through my head, which is
Mortadella and provolone.
Mortadella, ham, cheese, provolone.
Mm-hmm.
So is our Andy Chaser a sandwich?
The bread is the chaser. So.
Because I can do that. We can pair a beer and a whiskey with a sandwich. I'm in for that triple challenge. I'm all in.
I need to figure out a way, since our next show is actually on Bourdain Day, I need to figure out a way to honor the great chef. And
Okay.
when you think about him, when you think about Tony, he writes this tell-all book called Kitchen Confidential.
Yep.
Which just basically outs everything that happens in the kitchen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rather than
I can tell you stories.
Rather than being shunned from the community.
And so can a lot of other people.
He was embraced.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're all like, you know what?
He's not wrong.
You called us out.
Yeah.
We need up our games. They all, and it just increases popularity amongst the rest of the chefs that he called all their bullshit out. It's a shame what happened to him. It's a shame that he felt that he needed to take his own life, but you still have to honor what the man was about when it came to food and drink and culture. Now, one thing I could do to really honor him, we could make the chaser some piece of offal, some like organ meat.
I ain't doing that.
I ain't doing that either.
I will get a nice chunk of blood.
I'm up for almost anything. I just drank Malört, but no, I ain't doing organ meat.
Neither am I. Yeah, but he was a big competitor.
Would liverwurst qualify as organ meat?
It would, but pair that with something.
Well, if mortadella does,
I have paired liverwurst with plenty of light and dark beer from.
It works with beer, yes.
If we count mortadella, I'm in.
I'll figure out a way to come up with to honor Tony.
Okay.
Because you were on that basis with him. Tony, not Anthony.
Tony, yeah. Trust me, if he met any of us,
I know.
He'd be like, "Call me Tony."
Yeah, exactly.
All right, just think about it, Dave. You don't have to answer it today, but yeah.
No, I don't think I can.
I like that idea. Give it some thought. I love that idea too.
I do. I really do too.
A little Bourdain honoring.
I think we're all kind of foodies as well, aren't we?
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You think? Absolutely.
So yeah, the chaser will definitely be some sort of food. I'll figure out
I think it should be a beer, cocktail, and a sandwich. We can do 3 things.
I don't know if it's going to be a sandwich. We'll see. It might be. But
but a beer, cocktail, and the food.
Not a beer cocktail. A beer.
Beer and a cocktail and food.
There we go. That's what. So we lost our commas somewhere. Forgive us.
I just figured y'all were,
I got him. I figured what he's saying. He had the comma in there. There was the slightest pregnant pause.
You'll have to forgive me. I've been drinking Malört.
It was like day one of a pregnancy.
But forgive me. I've been drinking Malört.
There you go.
And John,
yes.
He's not pregnant. He's just a little overweight. Leave the man alone.
That's body shaming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't body shame them.
So again, along with what Johnny said,
he enjoys his drink. Leave him be.
David, I know you're probably more familiar with him than I am, but a food item. Yeah, I like it. It should be something that would be personal to him, though. That's not organ meat.
It's not Oregon meat. Did you say?
Oregon, I'm fine with. Just an Oregon.
Speaking of Oregon, I had that last night on the show.
There you go.
Anyways, don't you have a sports podcast to get to?
I do.
It is time to wrap this up.
3 minutes now.
The problem is Bourdain's favorite cocktail wasn't a Negroni. And we were
Was it really?
And we literally just did that on our
We
last. Well,
just
no, we
did it,
did.
bro.
We did. We can't do any spin on it because we just
No,
did
we just
a
did
spin
that.
on it. Hey, we did.
So I'll have to dig a little deeper.
Dig a little deeper, run a little harder.
I remember him drinking a lot of whiskey.
Get a little closer. Don't be shy. Get a little closer with Arid Extra Dry.
I do remember you drinking a lot of whiskey.
Now, is it just me, or did Arid kind of like go the way of a beer commercial with Arid Extra Dry?
Well, basically, what happened? Arid had its roots in England,
right.
And then they came up with India Arid to because all the sticks were melting on the way around the horn, so they had to add stuff so it didn't melt. Then it came over to the U.S. We had to make it extra dry because that's what we did with it. So. That's
David, if you're not a bar know-it-all somewhere, an opportunity has been missed.
That's actually complete, utter, all fallacy right there. That
100%. It's very theosophical.
Theosophical.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so do the outro, then we'll do our shots, and then call it a night.
Sounds like
Let me get my shot ready.
Sounds like a plan. I will do just that, sir. I will do just that as soon as the outro opens up. In the program that crashed before, causing us to go 20 minutes late. I will do just that, and it should be opening anytime soon, because that's just the computer I have. It's an 8-year-old Apple, and there it is. It's up. So on that note, we will wrap the show for today. I want to thank everybody for watching, and for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thank you for listening. See the way I vamped there, just to
you just fill it in there.
Fill it in there until it opened, right? Don't forget to visit our website, all the End of Chaser info. Tentatively, because I'm actually working something out to split the site up. But for now, all the End of Chaser info will be available on www.logroom.com. It's LAGEROOM.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on Facebook at End of Chaser. And of course, all the shows are available on YouTube as well on the Logger Room channel. Remember, we go live with the video podcast on Facebook and YouTube every other Wednesday night around 6:30 or so p.m. Eastern time. And when we go live on Facebook, I want to mention this, and I've been neglecting to mention this. We not only go live on the End of Chaser Facebook page, but we also go live on the Artists and Spirits Festival Facebook page every other Wednesday night. So you want to check both of them out. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our audio host, Spreaker, as well as iHeartRadio.
That's for those people that can't bear looking at us.
They can't bear looking at it.
Can you blame them?
That's fair. It's fair. It's fair. We get it.
All is fair in Theosophicalist. As well as iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Odyssey, Audible, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, TuneIn, Podcast Addict, iTunes Music, YouTube Music, Castbox, Deezer, Podchaser, Listen Notes. Pretty much anywhere you can find an audio podcast, you will find the End of Chaser podcast. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a wonderful couple of weeks. Drink a lot of Malört, but drink responsibly. And
before we do the show,
I have to pour mine. So
I want to point out, I didn't point out at the beginning of the show my shirt.
You did not. What do you got going on there?
It was the Malört shirt, and it says "Weeding out the week."
I like it. I didn't notice. All right.
I love that. I love this shirt. Love this shirt.
All right.
Oh, and if you notice their logo, if you notice the shield in their logo, it's very, very similar to. Isn't that very similar to the Chicago Police Shield?
It is very similar to the Chicago Police Shield, 100%.
Yeah, so.
All right.
Just to show you that it's in there, I have it in this. I don't have a shot glass here, so.
Spectacles, testicles, wallet watch. Here we go.
And there we go. Cheers, folks.
Cheers.
Sláinte.
Yep, that's Malört.
That is Malört.
Woo!
Ooh,
and that was unpleasant.
Oh.
That was deeply unpleasant.
Thank you, Doug.
Fortunately, I still my drink.
My ears, thank you.
Your hairs, thank you. There you go.
My innards.
Your innards, thank you. Your
innards,
your ears, thank you.
But my innards.
And by the way,
everything that's twisting up right now.
You have St. Elmo bourbon picture in the background right now. David at St. Elmo Brewing, and the other day St. Elmo's Fire was on
That's right.
on IFC. So
Oh my
That was a
God.
pretty good whiskey, by
Wait a
the way.
second.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 signs of the end of the world.
it is St. Elmo, and St. Elmo. There you go. So,
Oof, okay.
all right, we need a shot of Malört for
Drink
that.
up. Drink up. Yes, we do.
Yeah.
This
All right,
one's
folks.
going right out the bottle.
There you go. All right, folks. Enjoy, and we'll talk to you in a couple of weeks with Dave's Bourdain challenge.
Oh,
I
yeah.
like
You
it. I
wanna
like it a lot.
I think I've already got the cocktail.
There you go. It's going to be June 25th, Wednesday, June 25th. So we will talk to you then, folks. Enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers. It's cold.
Slancha.
Slancha.
Chindan. Oh, wait. Svezia Limonada. Chindan.
Chindan.